Hold on to your seats, Canucks Nation. The drama is about to unfold as Elias Pettersson takes the ice against JT Miller for the first time since that blockbuster deal. With both players fighting for their playoff lives, this game promises to be an emotional roller coaster. Will Pettersson continue his hot streak, or will Miller's return bring a twist to the tale? This matchup is more than just a game. It's a battle of pride and passion. Be sure to subscribe and like this video to keep up with the latest and greatest from our beloved Vancouver Canucks. The moment we've all been waiting for is finally here. Elias Pettersson and the Vancouver Canucks are set to face off against JT Miller for the first time since that trade back in January. Fans have been buzzing about this matchup, and I can feel the excitement in the air. This isn't just any game. It's a clash that carries a weight of history, rivalry, and playoff implications. As we know, the Canucks are in a fierce battle for the final playoff spot in the Western Conference. And with the stakes so high, Saturday's game could elevate the intensity to an entirely new level. JT Miller, facing his former team, has an opportunity to prove that the New York Rangers made the right choice in acquiring him. Meanwhile, Pettersson has been on fire lately, racking up 10 points in his last 10 games. It's clear that he's finding his groove at just the right time. But here's the twist. While Pettersson is thriving, Miller has struggled with just 6 points in the same span and has been absent from the score sheet for 3 straight games. When we look at the trade that sent Miller to the Rangers in exchange for Filip Chytil, Victor Mancini, and a first-round pick, it's hard not to question whether the Canucks made the right decision. In the early aftermath of the trade, it seemed like Vancouver might have miscalculated, but Pettersson's resurgence has put a different spin on that narrative. Do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. The upcoming game at Madison Square Garden is significant not just for the players but for both fan bases. The Canucks are currently a point behind St. Louis, and Calgary is closely trailing them. Every point matters, and with the pressure mounting, both teams are fighting for their playoff lives. The Rangers are in a similar situation, tied with the Islanders and just 2 points shy of the Canadiens for the 8th spot in the East. This game isn't merely a battle for points, it's a chance for redemption for both Miller and Pettersson. I can only imagine the emotions running high, not just on the ice, but in the stands as well. The fans are ready for a show, and the players know it. The drama of this matchup, Miller versus Pettersson, adds layers to an already intense atmosphere. As a passionate Canucks fan, I can't help but feel a mix of hope and concern. The team has shown flashes of brilliance this season, but can they sustain it through these crucial games? The coaching staff has made some strategic moves lately that look promising, but it's all about execution now. The Canucks need to capitalize on their opportunities, and with the talent they have, there's no reason they can't. What I find particularly intriguing is how both teams have evolved since the trade. The Rangers are seeking to solidify their playoff position, while Vancouver is looking to reclaim their spot among the playoff contenders. The stakes are high, and you can bet that both squads will come out swinging. Now, I want to hear from you, the fans. What are your expectations for this game? Do you think the Canucks can rise to the occasion against a familiar face in JT Miller? How do you feel about the trade now that we've seen both players' performances unfold? And you, what do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. As we dive into the latest buzz surrounding our beloved Vancouver Canucks, the spotlight is firmly on Brock Boeser and his impending free agency. There's a lot of drama swirling around this situation, and former Canucks player Jannik Hansen has added fuel to the fire with some pretty harsh words directed at Boeser. Now, let's be clear. Brock Boeser has been a consistent presence for the Canucks this season, racking up 20 goals and 41 points in 61 games. Sure, his scoring rate might not be quite where it was last year, but he's still delivering solid performances on the ice. However, with the prospect of becoming an unrestricted free agent this summer, it's no surprise that rumors are flying thick and fast around him. According to insider Frank Saravalli, the Canucks extended a significant offer to Boeser, $40 million. But he turned it down. That's a substantial amount, and it raises a lot of questions about his value to the team. The Canucks would have been open to trading him at the deadline, but they didn't receive offers that reflected what they believe he's worth. So, what does this mean for the Canucks moving forward? The organization is stuck in a holding pattern, continuing negotiations with Boeser until they reach a resolution or until July 1st rolls around, and he potentially signs elsewhere. Jannik Hansen's comments add another layer to this saga. He argues that Bozer struggles to create plays on his own and relies heavily on his line mates to set him up for success. That's a tough pill to swallow for fans who want to see their players step up and take charge, especially when you're talking about a player who might command an $8 million salary. Hansen's assessment, calling Bozer invisible at times, challenges the narrative that Bozer is indispensable. He suggests that if a player isn't able to elevate their teammates' performance, then perhaps they shouldn't be asking for top-tier money. It's a compelling argument, and I get where he's coming from. If you can't tilt the ice in your favor when you're on the ice, can you really justify asking for the big bucks? But let's take a step back. There's a human element here too. Bozer is not just a player on the ice, he's a beloved figure in the locker room. His popularity among fans and camaraderie with teammates, especially with Captain Quinn Hughes, can't be overlooked. Hughes has spoken highly of Bozer, emphasizing his value beyond just goal scoring. This is where it gets complicated. While Hansen's critique holds weight, it feels like there's more to the story. As we look to the future, we also have to consider the salary cap landscape, with projections showing a significant increase. In the salary cap over the next few years, players like Bozer might soon be worth that $8 million price tag, even if the current market doesn't agree. So, is it wise for Bozer to test the waters this summer? It could certainly pay off in the long run, especially if he can find a team that values his contributions more than the Canucks seem to at this moment. But I have to ask, do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, you want to see a player like Bozer who has shown flashes of brilliance get rewarded. On the other hand, if he can't carry the weight of the team, then perhaps it's time to reconsider expectations. I want to hear your opinions down below. Are you in favor of Bozer holding out for a better deal, or do you think he should take what the Canucks have offered? Let's debate this because it's crucial for the future of our team and our playoff aspirations. In the end, these decisions will shape the Canucks for years to come. And as fans, we have a stake in this. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on all the latest news surrounding our Vancouver Canucks. And make sure to activate that notification bell to get all the breaking updates as they happen. Let's keep the conversation going.